Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be playing the air traffic control game. We're going to up the ante this time. For those that saw it yesterday, was of course our first time playing. This time we're going to increase the traffic and increase the amount of revenue that we're generating and explore some of the additional options that you get in this game. So for those unfamiliar, it's not just a case of moving aircraft around. You actually get reputation points based on how well you do that, and then those points can be used to basically unlock more stuff. Now, one thing I wanted to share with you guys before we get ways on into it is, if I can even find where I'm at, is a look actually at this game, what the developers have said, and I find this slightly exciting. If we take a little look over here, of course I click on the wrong thing. This one's it. Air traffic control. This is on the dev diary. Changes due later here in January, so we could potentially just be days away. We've got arrival procedures here, so this not implemented in game yet, but if we take a look at the waypoints, we've got some conditions, so it looks like we can basically automatically filter guys in, and then what looks like some sort of transition onto where you could spit them out potentially, you know, drop them out in front of the runway. I don't know, we'll have to see that on how that unfolds, but it certainly looks like some sort of implementation of SIDS and stars on the horizon. All right, that's far enough wobble. Let's waffle. Of course, you're here on the Games with Brains channel. Let's come over then into the air traffic control game. And yeah, we'll start off with the ATC, the built-in music there that comes with the ATC game. And then it does seem to be the same track over and over. So if we do eventually get sick of it, you know, we'll come on over onto our own. So I'll put it there. Of course, we need to know about the alarm. All right. So we said we're going to play this one in London. We said we're going to up the ante. So here we go. London. Notice we've got two large airports here, Heathrow and Gatwick, as well as a much smaller one here that apparently we're also responsible for. So we'll have to see how that goes. Settings then, we did say we wanted to up the ante, and so also the reputation here. Now apparently we can't, these are locked, so we can't just basically cheat, but let's see if we can. Okay, we can times 3 the increase. We'll leave the decrease by 1. Aircraft separation rules, we found it was something like 2.5 nautical miles. Any less, the thing starts getting upset. Same, we'll leave all of these as normal. And again, the arrivals, this is the one that's the most challenging, and so we'll up that by 1.5. I see no reason why. We'll leave everything else as is. Of course, we're talking London, we're talking numerous airports. Let's see how it goes. And of course, if it is slow, we can always compress time a tad. All right, so quick for mill, and I will release the pause. We'll just go in normal time for start. So winds out the south at 2 knots, and we've already got one guy ready for departure, so we can push this guy off 8 right and 2-6 left. Now, I'm not sure if this is simulated in this game, but it does appear to be. Gatwick now only uses 8 right and 2-6 left. 8 left, or what would be also 2-6 right, the shorter of the two runways, is basically been turned into a taxiway, so that Gatwick has got 2 taxiways serving 1 runway rather than 1 taxiway serving 2 runways. Just a little tidbit there. That, of course, being real world. And it does seem that they've only got the 1 runway in use, which is interesting. It makes you wonder, did the developer check that out? Of course, Heathrow, we've got the parallels 9 left and right, or 2-7 left and right, depending which way round. And for those who are not familiar at all with the way that runway numbering conventions work, the runway letters are just L and R, or if you get a C, is just left, center, and right. And then the first 2 digits are the first 2 digits of the heading. Now, a heading is usually 3 numbers, right? And so north would be 360 degrees, or 000. And then you get 001 degrees all the way around to 090. That's going to be your east. Well, if you get rid of the last 0, so 090, get rid of that, that's going to leave you with 09. That's how the runway numbering conventions work. And so 09 is east. And so 18 would be south. Well, of course, 180 27 or 270 is going to be your west. And that's how it works in the real world. It's how it works in the sim, and it's how it seems to be working here as well. So that's nice. Of course, 08 is going to be 080, and that's why you see these are slightly offset. They're not due east and west, unlike their Heathrow. Yeah. Now, this guy here, EGLF, this was this little airfield here. Doesn't even appear like we've got radar coverage. For those that saw, these green circles here are radar coverage. We do not, unlike in the real world, have like this global ability to see traffic in this green area, which, you know, we're talking one of the busiest airspaces in the world. Really should have coverage, but it's part of the challenge of the game rather than any sort of oversight, in my opinion. We've got these ANAV fixes around the edge. These are where the aircraft are going to come in from and out to, as well as those that are just transitioning on through. So here's our first arrival, British Airways 450. It's an A320, that's the Airbus, and he wants to come into Heathrow. And we've got these guys, what appear to be ready to shoot out of Gatwick down here. And based on these slight southerly winds, it makes matters not. I think it's going to be easier if we just take a look. His first destination is Hemel. I wonder if that's Hemel Hempstead. To the north of London. I think that could be Hemel Hempstead. My dad used to teach there about 3 million years ago, something like that. All right, I'm going to shoot him out then of 8 right. I think that's going to be the easiest.
Runway 08 right. You're clear for takeoff.
And now we can see the issue here. So this British Airways guy coming in through MCAD has passed on through. Again, the ANAV fixes have built-in radar, which is, again, the magic of gaming, right? Now, he's somewhere in this area, so we can't see him. We can still issue him orders, but we haven't a clue where he is. And he wants to come in, as we've seen there, to Heathrow. Let's just check if everything open at Heathrow, and it is. And I'm guessing that's because we've got light winds. So we could literally put him onto any runway. I'm thinking it would make sense if we just pick one. And I'm thinking 8 left and right, unless there's some reason not to. He's currently at 18,000 feet at 330 knots. So we've got to drop him down. I think that's a sort of brief intro out the way. So let's go on with it. So this guy, by the way, the other day I said it would be nice if you could move labels around. You can. If you hold shift, you can drag the labels. And so I was saying, oh, you can't click and tell him where to go. Well, you can. You just click and then hold the right mouse button down. And I said, well, it'd be nice if you could move the labels like you can in real. Well, you can. So I'll take that back. All right, let's get that sorted then, underway. I am going to do away with the music already. It's kind of relaxing for the first 20 times you hear it. And then after that, not so much. So let's do away with that. But so that we're not just listening to me, let's go ahead. We'll work like that. All right, so yeah, let's get on with it then. So this guy's requesting to drop down to 2. There's nothing in his way, so I'm going to okay that. I'm going to drop him to minimum speed despite his height. And yeah, so my plan is, yeah, he's got so much height to lose. I could spend ages trying to micro him, but I'm thinking if I put him into this radar sector, so he's visual to me, and then I'll swing him round. He should have lost height by then. And then we'll put him out. I'll tell you what, we'll give him 190 while this is, you see, he's currently at 300 knots. I'll tell you what, 240, a little undecisive, but we'll get there in the end. All right. Actually, just bring him a touch to the left. All right, so this guy, the A320 that's out of Gatwick there, wants Hemel Hempstead. He wants up to flight level 170, so we'll give him that. Unrestricted climb, and we'll clear him direct Hemel Hempstead. We've already got another guy in here. Now, he's at flight level 180. This guy is going all the way up to, 170, but he's still down at 2,000. It's going to take so long. This, by the way, is the Super, the Airbus A380, this British Airways one here. So I'm going to okay him down to 5, try and keep people somewhat deconflicted. 190. This one's going to accelerate way past through. He's still ways low, so I'm not worried about that. And so for now, we'll let the A380 trundle on through. This guy's passing on through. We know that because he's blue, and I see no reason to give him 130 direct MCAD, which is over here, and that's it. I'm going to turn that down just a tad. All right, anybody next? Oh, okay, so another guy, Gatwick, 8 right. We'll let him go.
8 right. You're clear for takeoff.
I hope the developers on this game pick some sort of better audio for the voices, because it's very Amstrad from 500 years ago type. Actually, the Amstrad voices from 500 years ago were better than this, and so I hope that, you know, maybe-ish, but they're certainly no better than the voices from the very early Amstrad computers. Boy, that was fun. But, you know, I'm literally talking like 30 years ago. I remember going around to a friend's house and you're typing a word in the keyboard and then the thing read it out loud, and that at the time was like the most advanced as you could get. And anyways, right, so there we see the A320 just popping off the scope here around Heathrow. The A380 here, I'm going to drop him down to 3. That's going to keep these guys deconflicted. Looks like we've got Airbus A320 Neo coming down. So I'm going to drop him down to just the dude with the fan belt every time. Every time I hit record, that high squeaking you can hear.
Reduce speed to 190.
All right, we've got this guy passing through as well. He wants 18. He's got 18. He wants direct Hoffick. Well, that's well above and out the way of everybody else. I also, these little aircraft, now we've got the pointers in the way that they're pointing, but traditionally they're more like tabor shapes. You know, you've got the white thing with the tail that comes behind. So having these lines pointing rather than being a trailing tab hole sort of a thing, it can be a little distracting. All right, British Airways A320, looks like he's down at 2, so we'll ask him to reduce speed 140, and we'll manually vector him this way, and then we'll set him up for, I think, runway 9 left, and then the A380 there, we'll set him up for 9 right. The departing, what was the Easy 312, he wants MCAD, he wants 170, and we'll give him the unrestricted climb. By the way, shortcut E there. Currently playing on ×2 speed, so that's why certainly earlier on while we're waiting for the airspace to fill up. Although we did ask for additional aircraft, so this is going to get busy and fast. All right, this guy looking more or less on course. Let's clear him in for 9 left. And he will basically grab the ILS by himself, which is nice. All right, this guy, let's bring him in behind the Super, and the Super, we'll just give him an extra 10 knots just for separation purposes. This guy will drop him by 10 knots. Yesterday I was trying the parallel approaches, and it just complains that the people are too close together. So even though they're ILSs, we're gonna stagger them or put them all on the same runway, and that seems to be ticking over nicely. This guy wants to go through Hemel Hempstead at flight level 150. Okie doke, okie doke, and we'll take a look at the next Gatwick departure. Easy 430.
Easy 430, runway 08 right, you're clear for takeoff.
Okay, new guy coming through. Boeing 767 -3. Also for Heathrow, so he's down to 5. So I'm going to drop him down to 6.
Press 91 to descend and maintain 6. Reduce speed
and 190 as well. And for now, we'll just intend. Let's see if I can actually sort of draw what I'm trying. Line. So I'm thinking, hang on. Line. Something like down from here if they're coming from the top. Then over this way. And then there. And then like that. And that's sort of the overall plan that I've got for these guys. And then here, obviously, I can filter them off left and right. Right, this guy, he wants 1.5, he wants Brazo, and I'll give him the unrestricted.
50.
These guys. Yeah, so the quick way to see are they dealt with is the front code, which is where they want to go, and the last code, which is what you've given them. You know, do they A, both exist, and B, match? And again, that's anything else. I just think the easiest way is to just not give them anything until you've done that. Otherwise, at a glance, it's not obvious who you have and haven't dealt with. All right, so the front guy, the arrival, where is he? We'll give him 4.
Begin 858. Descend and maintain 4000.
This guy also coming in for Heathrow, so I'm going to drop him down to 7.
Speed burn 10. Reduce speed to 190.
This guy's at 6. He's at 5. And this front guy, he's at 3. I'm going to drop him down to 2.
704 heavy.
And then this guy,
2000.
let's give him 3.
58. Descend and maintain 3000.
And then this guy can come 4.
World Express 910.
And now this guy can come 5. And then that way, if they happen to run over each other, they're going to be separated by 1,000 feet. At least that's the plan.
Right heading 066.
Alright, I think so far things are looking reasonable. Let's get the next guy out of Gatwick. And let's pick up the pace a little bit. And we'll set this one up for 9 right.
Speedbird 704 heavy, runway 09 right, clear to land.
Alright, this one down to 2. Radar vectors.
Heading 035.
This one can now therefore come down to 3.
Bird 760 heavy, turn left heading 275.
And hopefully there's nobody lost. Alright, this one, forgetting about him. 1.6, he's got direct Telu. And again, E, just to get him out our airspace, I think. I don't really care about how fast or not they fly. Yeah, so he's set up for 9 right. He's proceeding direct. I'm going to give this guy, he's already down to speed here. 160 or less anymore, as we were saying endlessly yesterday. If they're more than 150 feet off 2,000 feet altitude and they're 160 knots greater, it'll spin them off. So you really need to have them, 160 or less, I guess is how I should say it. 161 or whatever, it's going to throw them off. So here we go. 160 is down at 2,000. Let's give him runway 9 left. The other guy, of course, British Airways 704 here was on 9 right. This one descending down to 3. Here we've got the Neo 321 at 15, so I'm going to drop him down to 4. He's coming in at Gatwick, by the way, so let's go 5,000 for now. He's currently between these radars, again, which is not great. This guy, Heathrow, and he's way off course, and so this is the problem with Apache radar. You lose people when they're off course. So when you get these folk, it's important that if you can't bring them straight into land, that you basically vector them on into another radar station so you can pick them up later and don't forget about them. Yeah, so this guy, Gatwick, let's swing him around this way. This one who's on the depart, he wants flight level 130, he wants MCAD, and we'll let him go. Another Heathrow. I'm going to drop him down to 9. It's getting busy now. And we'll get him to reduce 240 as well. And for now, he's passing through. Yeah, so my thinking is this guy here, I'm going to pick him up when he's over here. This guy's clear for 9 left. He's all set up. This guy, therefore, can drop down to 2. And as soon as he appears on here, we'll just vector him right on into 9 right. The preceding guy is 9 left. This guy is about to enter our control space. Again, the large green rectangle. Cannot give him orders until he drops in. And he wants Heathrow. We'll see if we can descend him and keep him in this area. Deconflicted from these other guys. And I'm thinking somewhere in there. Let's see, can I change? I was trying to do this yesterday and just not really having much luck with it, but oh, there we go. There we go. Alright, so British Airways 703 is at 777, and we're going to potentially lose him here for a sec. We're going to drop him down to 2, and we'll try and just, again, keep him circling in there. We'll drop his speed down to the minimum. In his case is 150. If you try and give him slower speed than the aircraft's capable of, it'll just override your decision, which is fine. This guy coming in at 190 will drop him to the approach speed, and as we said then, 09 right will clear him right on in. And you don't have to vector him onto final. They'll just steer towards 9 right. Now, I would like to see the game developers change that aspect of it, because you give them 20-30% intercept angle, that's fine. But you can't really have a guy 180 degrees going in the wrong way and then saying, oh, you're clear to land runway, because, I mean, I guess you could say make your own way to the runway and you're clear to land, which seems to be the only way that you could give this order. But anyway, it's a minor thing, but it's just something I'd like to see done. Again, trying to keep this guy in here once he comes in. This guy, he's Heathrow, he's at 18. This guy's descending down to 2, so we'll drop this guy down to 3. And there we go. Right, this British Airways here, he's at 12, so yeah, things are getting busy. Drop down to 4. I'm going to have to a little less on what I'm doing and a little more on doing. 190, we'll give him likewise 190. Thinking both of these guys into this circle, I'm going to use this as a sort of a descending stack area. This guy Heathrow as well, so we'll have to drop him down to 5, and we'll give him 190 as well, and again vectors for the stack. And this guy, before he drops off radar, let's just, there we go. Alright, another Heathrow guy, so we'll drop him down to 6, 190, and again vectors for the stack. KLM 172 is ready for departure out of Heathrow, and yeah, clear for takeoff then, 9 left. Easy 647 at Gatwick ready for departure, 8 right, clear for takeoff.
647, runway 08 right.
Now sometimes you click on this, I've still yet to puzzle out why sometimes the departures are quicker than others. I mean, you could say it's at one runway and not the other, but
KLM 172.
Alright, they need to make it more obvious which runway he's waiting at then. British Airways 777, and he's cleared to land on 9 right. Please.
Speedbird 763.
Yeah, spin round. Hopefully this guy doesn't. Oh no, he shouldn't bounce. I'm not entirely sure on the arrival and departures how much space you've got to give him. But looks like this guy, we've already got radar contact, so I see no reason why this guy can't come in. This Heathrow guy is now in our control. Now we've got this guy 456, so we want him 7. Yeah, things are getting real busy now, real quick. And again, not that London's not busy, but clear him up to 11 and on your way. Ta-da. Yeah, so thankfully we can zoom in a bit, but to the detriment of everywhere else, so perhaps let's not. He's at 10, let's drop him down to 9. Alright, so this one, 2000, the 777 is the lowest one in the stack. I'm going to ask him to speed up to 160, seeing as that's the max we can give him.
Turn left heading 114.
And we'll vector him on in. In fact, we'll clear him already for 9 left.
9 left, clear to land.
Here's the KLM that we cleared out for takeoff from Heathrow. The first one from Heathrow that we had. He wants flight level 120, direct Hofik. And we'll tell him to get on his way.
350.
Again, something just very strangely relaxing about this. I never that often these, yeah, I thought, oh, it stressed me out, and you know, it's because some games, you know, where there's a time and things are running out and people are starting to collide, and you're starting, I mean, when I say stress, I mean, you know, versus a more relaxed game. But there's something about this, and I don't know what it is or why it is, that makes it more relaxing than most games that you would think that are like this. And I don't know why that is, but I like it. Right, so the 2000's on in, and this is one of those times where it looks like we're going to need to separate. And looks like I lost British Airways out of my airspace there. I hope he returns because... yeah, that was not good. So, yeah, got to really keep an eye out on the stack here. And he was the 3000. So... this one down here, I'm going to drop him down to 2. And the guy behind, we're going to slow down. And so this one's going in. What am I doing? Yeah, looks like I need to separate off. Okay, this guy's set for land, so I'll put him over there. This guy's next. 4, 5, 6, 7, so that's going okay. This guy's passing through. He's another Heathrow, 4, 5, 6, 7, so we want this guy at 8. And yeah, keep going the way that you're going. 9 left. He's descending to 2. I'm going to clear him for 9 right.
Express 910 heavy runway 09 right. Clear to land.
And he's got a ways to go, so I'm going to... this guy hopefully is ready to take off 9 right.
Iberia 749, runway 09 right. You're clear for takeoff.
How did this guy... yeah, so look at this. This guy did not land for some reason, and he's right down at the 2000, which is problematic.
760 heavy.
You're going to have to climb to 3.
Climb and maintain 3000.
This guy... yeah, so I'm losing guys left, right, and center here. Yeah, I'll tell you what. The Heathrow airspace... don't bother I'm going to have to slow down to real time as well. Don't bother trying to do what we just did and add extra traffic, certainly if you're new, because it's... these guys here. Round here. Have we still got this guy? No, he's gone. They're dim. He's reducing to... oh, we cleared this guy to land. We have... we need to knock his speed back. Give him 150. Alright, so this one now. I've got to drop him down to 2. Drop this one down to 3. And these are... yeah, they need to be slow. He wants Heathrow. Oh, there's so many. So many. And you slow down as well. You slowed. He already is. Right, 2, 3, 7. I'm thinking 4. This one's 9, so I'm thinking 6. I'm sure there was one more here. This guy was him, so I'm thinking 7 for him. Here's the 3000 go around, so we'll have to really keep an eye on this guy. Brazo 9, on your way. This guy, Tel 2, 16, full speed. Yeah, so most of the ones passing through. Obviously, you're going to get unlucky once in a while where somebody passing through is the same as somebody that's arriving or departing, and that heights just happen to conflict. I found it so far. I think it's happened to me once, and it's not that they hit. It was just that they got within that 2.5 mile area, and of course now they're dropping off. Departures Gatwick 8 right.
Shamrock 250, runway 08 right. You're clear for takeoff.
This guy here. This guy wants bringing round here. This guy wants bringing round here. And this guy, oh, he's already clear for 9 right. I'm going to pick up his pace.
World Express 910 heavy, increase speed to 160.
This guy's descending down to 2. This guy down to 3.
Speedbird 482 heavy, turn right heading 1 Fair 390.
This guy down to 4. This guy's 6. Let's bring him this way.
3, 2, 1,
And reduce speed as well.
0.
This guy was 7. And this was surely not another. No, it's just a long label. He's clear to land, okay. This one, Heathrow, 210, he's at 12. We'll drop him 1. Speed 190. He's 7, he's 3. That was the go around. Here's our Brazzo departure. He wants 170 and full pace. See you later, Shamrock. A nice time in Ireland. Anything else? This guy 9 right. This guy, yeah, so I'd like, we did speed him up to 160. I'm going to give this guy 9 left at 140. The height matches, and with that we can drop this guy down. We can drop them all down. So now from 3 to 2, this guy from 4 to 3. And again, you can see why we really need, in fact, let's pause real quick. I think we've got enough reputation points now. We can put a fix down. We desperately need one because there's just too much micro going on here. So if we come over to the deploy page, and it looks like, yeah, so the way I'm understanding this now, I was getting a bit excited the other day as to what was happening. Why was the cost ever moving up? I believe we've unlocked either 1 holding fix and or 7 waypoints. Of course, a holding fix is going to really help us manage the approach side of things, so I'm going to click on that, and now it's a case of dropping it where we want. I think a little closer to the runway because they'll automatically stay in the hold rather than us having to micro, which is real easy. So you can see this is a 3-step process, and the first one is just where do you want it. So I'm thinking here, I certainly want it in the radar area, so I'm going to drop it there. The second one, which side do you want to do the turns? You know, left and right. In this case, it doesn't really matter, but let's go. I'm going to go for right-handers, I think. And then last but not least, the heading there. And I want it to be so it's in line more or less with the approach so that they're going to hold. And basically, when I release the hold, they can go there. All right, so that's our fix sorted. And then one more click to confirm. Bang, there we go. Now, the fix seems to adopt a VOR, which kind of makes sense because back in the day, VORs, well, they were the only ways to do a hold. In this case, Q, K, Y, and just like the other ones, we can rename these. So I'm going to rename that to something a little more user-friendly. Again, it's just the 3 letters because it's VOR. Doesn't look like we've got the existing waypoints in like LON for London or Brookman's Park or anything like that. At least it's not jumping off the page at me. So let's give this guy, I don't know, let's just call it LON. Why not? There we go. And so there we see London. And so now we can just give these guys an order there. Now, do we still got access to a waypoint? We do. And I think it's crucial that we use some of these. And so I think a waypoint north and south, depending on which side we bring them through. So let's go ahead and do that. So new waypoint. So 1 here. And potentially 1 here. Deploy. There we go. All right, that'll do. And so we'll just rename these 2. And then we'll carry on. Now, we can't ask planes to hold here, but we can ask them to go direct, which is super useful. So QSO being the north guy. We'll just call this... I'm going to call it North. Let's just call it NAPR 9. Because it's for the runways that are in the 9s. And then this one, same thing again. SAPR 9. At least that's how I'm sort of thinking it. And there we go. SAPR for the south approach, for the 9s and north. All right. with that done, before I hit unpause, I do think you can actually pause and give aircraft orders, which feels a little cheating. Compressing time obviously is not cheating, but it's... Alright, in any case, all of these now. So this guy was down to 2, and so now here we can tell him, proceed here, direct London, and then he knows it's a stack, and so he'll stack, and there you can even see it.
Turn right.
These guys are on approach, so we can leave those alone. This guy here is 4, and of course to the stack. This one's at 6, to the stack. This one's at 7, to the stack. This one's at 3, and I'm thinking there's potential conflicts. We could get him to climb up to 5, and then I realize he's on the go around. Hang on, not use. Use 7, U 5. And pick up 190 and also towards the stack. So let's resume now at regular pace. This guy, so now you can see having that stack really helps us rather than having to continuously manually vector these guys. The stack now is super helpful, so I'm going to drop this guy down to 8. And again, I don't know if ever a dev may or may watch this, probably not because I've got a tiddler of a channel. Oh, this is a tiddler of a game, so you never know. Please see if there's some way, somehow, of integrating voice recognition. I realize I can use one of the Steam apps with voice recognition, but the only way that would work is if you literally added a command for every single button somehow. So one way or the other, please see that. That would not only make this game more user-friendly, but it would add so much to the immersion of it if we could literally speak. Alright, so this one, 8,000 once again, direct London, speed 190. So I think all of these guys are deconflicted, I hope. Everyone seems like that they've got their own altitude. British Airways, he's on approach. This one's on approach. He's on the stack. This one is out of area, or we've not got him yet. This one also on the way to the stack. So is this guy. So is this guy. And United. Looks like it's all taken care of, and so anybody passing through we've not dealt with, no. Got a couple of departures ready at Heathrow. We're going to have to wait for that. This Gatwick can sure go, though. 8 right.
Turkish 734, runway
Turkish. Turn that down just a tad, and we're going to compress time a little bit there. Now that these guys are in the stack, that should be a lot more helpful. This one here is down at 2,000, so he's next, but he's so far behind the other two that are on approach. And the first one on approach is 9 right. We can see that here. So I'm thinking we may as well give this guy 9 right straight away. So let's try it. His speed's already there. His speed's there. His speed's there. So once this guy is out the way of the stack, I'm going to lower everyone or drop them all down by 1,000 feet. Those of you who've ever been on VATS and when you're coming into London and it's real busy and they're stacking players up, you know, you will have heard that all of a sudden there's like rapid fire transmission as he's dropping everybody down by 1,000 feet. Qantas, whatever, dropped down to 6,000 brakes. So-and-so British Airways dropped down to 7,000 brakes. So-and-so down to 8 brake, and you just hear it, and it's like, yeah, it's busy tonight. And it's a lot of fun when you get to experience that, and it's all working out, and everybody knows what they're doing, and you know, you just get that time, and you think, yeah, it's working today. And then the rest of the time, you hear this, what? I thought you asked me to go to and it all falls apart, doesn't it? And you get this kid that sounds like he's in a bathroom and the echoing, and you just think, it was all going so nicely and now it's all ruined. All right, he wants 170 MCAD, and again, E here, maximum speed. It's just an easy way to get him out your airspace quicker. This guy 16, full speed, direct Hofic. And these approaches are looking all right, so I think he's going to get swallowed up. And we've got one guy that's looking to depart from Heathrow. And I'm a little reluctant because do you remember we departed that one and then this guy that was all nicely lined up decided to go around. And I'm just thinking, like, is it really a case of if you're departing someone and you've got someone on a 6-mile final, that this guy, as soon as he enters here, does not want anybody coming off here? I think 6 miles is maybe a little overly ambitious, but in any case. Just before I start bringing these on in, I do want to launch a couple out. This guy there. These are all, yeah, so the next 3 aircraft ready to go do all look like they're Heathrow. I think the yellow line here, if I remember correctly, basically means that that runway, if you like, or that area is in use. And so even though we can't see the guy on our radar, I think he's still occupying the area. I think. Yeah, so this guy here, 9 right. Let's separate some of these icons a bit so we can see what's going on. Sounds like I've got a water leak somewhere. I'll have to deal with that after the stream. I think it's nuts that you can compress time to 100x, which is mad. Alright, so what we got here... He can certainly come down to 2, and that means the next guy on up, which is at 5, can drop down to 3, 6 can drop down to 4, 7 can come down to 5, and 8 can come down to 6. And so you can see now the advantage of having these guys racked, packed, and stacked at London VOR. And yeah, so 9 left now, looking clear. And so British Airways 649, runway 9 left, clear for takeoff. Winds 17, well, you call it 1801. I would just call that winds calm. 1 knot, you know. I think anything less than like 3 or 4 knots, people don't usually bother with, do they? This guy. So we see him here is at flight level 160, 16,000 feet. He wants, and it's the front one here, which is nice. I was always having to, before coming over here to see, oh, what does he want? But I realized it's always the front one here. So yeah, we can drop him down to 11 and give him Brazo, and again press the max speed key. Here's the departing aircraft. Tell to 14 on your ways, and please don't spin anyone off as a result. We see here both airports, so airfields are occupied. The low Airbus here is at 230, even though he's ready. I'm going to drop him down to 140, and we'll give him 9 left, because I think by the time he slows down, and all of these people have departed and arrived and whatever was going on there, in other words, these 2 runways become available again, I think that may work out. Let's compress time a little bit, and there we go, both runways available. Now we cleared him for 9 left, so let's see if we can send this guy off 9 right. Indeed we can, and as soon as this guy is out the stack a bit, it's just a case of dropping everyone down again. So down to 2, down to 3, you reduce speed and down to 4, and here's the 6. Can drop down to 5, also reduce speed, nothing to gain by going fast once you're in that stack. This guy wants Hemel Hempstead, 17, full pace. This guy wants Tel2, 16, full pace. And so far I think it's working really nice. We've not yet used these made up points. I didn't see you on the chat. And just having a look. By the way, we did ask for the, the additional points so it would score a little quicker. I'm thinking this S15 may, just based on what it says here, be a radar. Now, when I bought one of these the other day, it didn't work. You remember, or at least when I clicked on it, it didn't seem to appear. So I'm going to try it one more time. In fact, let's pause the game while I do so. So I'm going to hit pause, deploy the S15, so we can see where it would appear like it's going to be. And I'm guessing this thing gets upgraded as the score picks up. I'm trying to think, where's one of the worst? See, if I can place this here and then expand the radar in a future upgrade, the same radar but expand it, that would be really nice. So let's drop him there. And again to deploy. And okay, I've got it figured out. All right, let's speed up the time. I'm going to drop a couple more guys in, and then that's going to be it for today. We've got this departure here. 130, up to speed. Iberian Direct M card. Hemel Hempstead. Right, more arrivals coming in. 3, 4, 5. So descend down to 6. 190. Direct London. This one there for 7 and slow down. 180 for separation. And with that done, looks like 9 right's ready, so we'll get this guy shooting off there. And then 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll reduce speed. We'll set this guy up for 9 left. By the time he gets there, that's going to be clear. Alright, one last what we got here. Last 2 while we wait to go. So 2, so those guys have been, we're still waiting. Oh no, he is there. He's just outside of radar. He wants Hemel Hempstead, 130, up to speed. This guy, 180, Hoffik, full speed. This guy, I don't think we've seen Undug yet today. Well, we have now. Everybody seems to want to be Hoffik. 2009 left, he's got that. So this one, 3000, will drop him down to 214 and give him 09 right. And by the time he gets there, he's going to lose the speed and the height. And then we can start reducing everybody else. So this one, 4 down to 3.
Descend and maintain 3000.
In fact, you can descend all the way down to 2. The 5 down to 3. The 6 down to 4. We'll reduce the speed there as well, now that they're here. This one is going to be after that, so he's going to want to be... Well, let's give him 5. Let's give him 6 now. 190 and direct London. Yeah, to have these direct rather than trying to guesstimate headings, huge advantage. This one there for 5 is going to want something like 7. And we'll give him 240 and also direct London. Just got to hope the winds don't change because it's going to mess everything up. London. Did we miss this guy? Looks like he's almost off the map at 7,000. Right, the 2,000 is going in on 9 right. We can see that's available. This one, I'm wanting to shoot another one off there. I thought it was available. There we go, 9 left. So Ram 746, 9 left, clear for takeoff.
Royal Air Merak 746 heavy, runway 09 left, you're clear for takeoff.
And that looks like it's working. Hemel Hempstead 15, Hemel, up to speed.
350.
And so what's this? Is this Swiss? WSR? I'm not sure. Funny sort of aircraft. BCS-1. No idea what that is. Don't think I've come across that even as a code in my mind. Gatwick. Now this is the first, I think, approach we've had into Gatwick. I am for now going to give him direct London just so I can keep tabs on him. We'll send him out on a future session. This guy is ready for 9 left. We've got a couple more Gatwick departures ready.
34, runway 08 right. You're clear for takeoff.
So the Swiss guy, whoever he is, I'm going to ask him to pick up the pace.
Swiss 318, increase speed runway.
And 9 left. That looks like it's ready. He's down to 2. And so as soon as he moves out the way, we'll drop the 3 down to 2, the 4 down to 3, the 5 down to 4, and it's working quite nicely now. The 7 down to 5, and the 10, Gatwick, well, let's give him 6, and now we'll slow down again, Gatwick. Oh, another one, London.
78. Hold east of Lima Oscar November on the radial 0.
Give him there, 190. We've got another Heathrow here, London. Yeah, so getting really, really busy again. He wants 10.
Maintain reduced speed to 190.
And so we're stacked all the way up from 2 to 10,000 feet, and we've still got more guys coming in. We'll address those in a future... I was going to say day, in a future day episode. Whatever. Bye-bye.